coming to summer and I want to drive by this summer. I'm saying it here and now. I'm going to work my absolute arse off. I've always seen driving as like really just, I can't do it. I feel like I haven't, like it's just hard, you know. She's going to be driven. I'm actually like really nervous. Like what the heck? That is me. Hi everyone, so this is a long awaited video that I've finally gotten around to posting. So just to make it short and sweet, because I do talk a lot in this video anyways, my parents don't drive and I was the first one to pass their driving test, so I did finally get there. It was such a journey, and honestly looking back it's actually beautiful seeing how much determination I had, and so I feel like this is going to be such a beneficial video for people to see out there who are like giving up on driving. If you want to, you will drive, and that's what I think that it is with driving. If you don't want to enough, you won't. I got my neighbour to take me out and it took me like 2 years I think altogether, and with a lot of money I paid for all my driving lessons myself, all the petrol, I paid for the car myself, everything, and it's been such a reward, and it's something that I feel like I've really achieved all by myself, obviously with the help of my neighbour. But yeah, it's just so beautiful seeing the journey, and I'm so glad that I've got it on tape as well. But yeah, so look forward to seeing the video. So this is my dad sending me a video of his friend checking out the car from the owner who we bought this car off. It was an absolute bargain, got it off Facebook Market, and it's my car now and I absolutely love it. So this is my first time coming to you guys in my car. It's actually so sad, like honestly I don't go in here a lot. I felt kind of crappy, so I thought I'd go in here, restart the engine because I haven't done it for a while. Since this thing just sits in here, obviously I can't, like, it's really unhealthy for the car, it needs to be used. Every time I come in here I get so motivated to just start driving because I feel like it's really dragged for the longest time and I haven't wanted to drive like enough. I've always wanted to drive but I've never pushed it, if that makes sense. I've never wanted to really go the extra mile. I was thinking it recently, I was thinking it this week, I'm actually getting tired of not driving. Like I'm 18 now. It's coming to summer and I want to drive by this summer. I'm saying it here and now. I'm going to work my absolute arse off and we are going to start driving in the summer. I don't care. Like, I love this car. I want to drive this car. I am driving this summer. I'm going to get loads of driving lessons in. Ask my boyfriend's dad to help me out a month before my driving test, once it's finally booked, to get this thing insured. Hopefully people can go out with me. Like college next year, I will be driving. It's a little Fiat and it's just like a simple little car. I got a little Jelly Belly on there and this is the back. It's actually a really big car. It's a bit dirty. If I put my mind to something, I will do it. I've just had a new instructor because my other one was absolutely rubbish. I've got one more lesson. After that, I've done 10 hours with him. I'm going to book 10 more hours with him and I'm going to try my absolute hardest during those 10 hours. I'm going to do revision before. I'm going to do a lot of like watching YouTube videos, even though that's not going to completely help, but it will, you know, help a little bit. Like if I'm not confident, that's too bad. I'm going to be confident. I should be like a pretty good driver by 10 more hours, that's 20 hours. But I've decided I'm gonna be a bit more flexible with my hours because I literally say I can't do Friday because of my boyfriend. Like I just booked a lesson which was really early in the morning just before college. I normally wouldn't do that, but I really need to get lessons in, and if I'm not flexible I can't do it every week. Literally don't organise my lessons until like a week before. I'm with a company and you'd think it's easier to book with like a company through the website, but it's really not, because we can't just do word of mouth. It has to be like through the website or whatever. I'm not really sure. I'm going to stick to doing 2 hours a week. So I've kind of figured out, and they say the best way to get over help with confidence is to admit that you don't have any confidence. I've always seen driving as like really just, I can't do it, like it's not going to happen, and I've really had that kind of attitude a lot lately. Literally the thought of like having a test and then being in the car with an instructor and them not even saying anything to you, just being put with a random person basically, not even the fact that you're in a driving test, just being put with a random person and them not saying anything, them literally just giving you directions on where to go. That terrifies me, that really scares me. Like I feel like I can never be I'll never be able to be in that position of like them saying nothing and me just driving. Like I never feel like I'm actually going to ever be that good. I feel like I really need to start just believing in myself. I actually don't think it's the instructor's fault. Like I can't imagine me and my boyfriend's next to me and then me driving. I can't do it. Girl, look at you. Look at you. What's not possible here? So I actually had such good lessons. I think it's actually one of the best lessons I've came out feeling. I need to believe in myself that it will happen and I can drive. Like I can actually drive. And today just confirmed it. So I asked him, am I making progress? And he said I'm about 75% of the way there. He doesn't teach me to look at my mirror when I change gears. You can fail a test for doing that. And he's not asking me questions like the show and tell questions and all that lot. Like I don't know if he's going to prep me enough for it. So it took me ages to set up this camera. I'm in the passenger seat for the first time. So I've got a few updates. So it's the 14th of June. Where do we start? I'm definitely going to change my driving instructor. I'm actually going to look at some tonight. So basically, I didn't know how to find driving instructors. I know a lot of people find them on Facebook and stuff like that. But I found mine just going on Google and looking at reviews. He's not teaching me enough. So I feel like with him, I'm never going to make progression. He just doesn't care like when I do my test, which is fair enough, but like you're my driving instructor, I'm paying you money and I need a driving instructor that's really set on me, getting me ready for that test soon. And with him, I literally just feel like I'm going on a drive and he's just teaching me general driving. So let me tell you how ridiculous this is, and this is actually embarrassing. I've done 20 hours with my last driving instructor, around 20 hours, just over, and 20 hours with this guy. Got 2 more hours left, but I'm going to start speaking to other driving instructors. I've done 40 hours of driving. 40 hours. Do you know how much money that is? It is quite upsetting. Like, I've been learning how to drive for so long. My old man, yeah, so my dad, believe it or not, he's getting old. Now his job is like pretty far away. It's very, very far away. He has to walk about 40 minutes. From my house to his work, and I can't have him keep on doing that. Like I feel like I haven't, like it's just hard, you know, there's not much support around me. How can I drive? I feel like I'm getting anywhere. Have I got some exciting news? So okay, I'm being really cringy and I'm gonna look back at this, I'm like, I want to edit it all out. You see this baby right here? You see this baby? She's gonna be driven. My next door neighbour said that he could take me out on drives, and that just sparked something in my dad. And recently I've been really like wanting his help with stuff, like trying to like get things and like get me ready for my test and everything. And then when he said that, my dad was like, yeah, we'll sort out the insurance for it. Like I think he just needed a guy to say to him, look, like I'll take your daughter out. And since he can tell that I'm really keen, he done it. So I'm going to go out with my next door neighbour. So my dad got the insurance today. He bought it. It was £700 altogether. So it's to learn like a provisional driver's insurance, which lasts for 4 months. So hopefully I'll be done my driving by then. But I could still be driving, but I can get it for longer. I need to pay £300 towards it. Kind of nervous, to be honest, because obviously I don't really speak to my next door neighbour that much. Like we're not buddies, and he's like a, you know, like a grown man, so I'm kind of nervous, but I think this really helped improve my confidence. I'm so excited. Let me just put some hair in the front so I didn't like a complete egg. So today, in half an hour, I'm going to be driving my car for the first time. So it's completely insured and taxed and everything now from today, and I'm going out today, which is quite cool. The first thing we've got to do is fill the tank. Got to learn how to use the handbrake because my instructor uses an automatic one. I'm really quite scared, to be honest. Like I really hope he's a patient person. I just need to think like I have no other option really. If I want to go out driving, people have to judge me. So I'm actually like really nervous. Like what the heck? Like another person judging my driving, and he's going like another like person. Great. I've got about 15 minutes and I'm just waiting. That was interesting. Basically, the first thing that happens, right, I'll pull out and didn't check my mirrors properly. A car comes. I think I did actually, but I just went because I was nervous. car beeps, carries on. Stalled at least 5-6 times because of the handbrake. I don't know why, I just couldn't really get the feel for what gear I was in the car. Best feeling driving my car for the first time. I was like, oh my god, like this is actually possible. Like, it's on the roads now, it's got half a tank. I spent £26 for the first time on petrol. So we'd go in the store being like, what was it? Gas 2 or something, I don't know. Yeah, it was really, really cool. Just a shame, I want to do it more now. Like, I want to do it more. So it's been just over a month that I've been going out in this car. I went out with my neighbour, obviously, and he is such a nice guy. We go out like twice a week. And I learned that was actually the normal amount that people go out with their parents. About that much, I think. I remember the first time I went in, I was so nervous. I remember filming that, actually. I hit a wing mirror the first time. So yeah, so just over a month, and gosh, has it improved me so much. I was worried at first that, you know, it'd be a waste of money, paying insurance, paying tax. Now, I still make loads of silly mistakes. I still zone out sometimes, and I do something really stupid, but it's helped me with roundabouts. I used to absolutely hate roundabouts. I definitely way better at that now. And the main thing is, he's just so lovely and so positive, and I haven't really had that yet. I felt like 2 of my instructors, I mean, they're supposed to, but they were quite like rude, you know. And I still go out with my instructor, but I go out with him like once a month. Nearer the time of my test, which is in November, the 4th of November, nearer the time I obviously go out with him more. No regrets at all. Like, it's actually, I feel like more confident now. Like, I'm going to go out with this guy, which is from my work, and I feel really confident. Not really confident, but I feel, obviously I will mess up probably because I get nervous with him and stuff. I have improved lots in the past month than I have ever since I've turned 18 and started driving, and however long I've been doing it for. I've been doing this for over a year now. Over a year. I've been much better at my gear changing. People used to always tell me, you need to change gear now, you need to change gear now. I need to polish up on that, check my mirrors all the time. Do all the little like show me, tell me question. Just obviously not make any serious faults. So now it's just like polishing up on everything, which is really, really good. Obviously it's taken up a lot of my time because I don't actually, these people don't live in my house, so I can't just say, oh, can we go out and drive? It's not as simple as that. I need to like schedule days of them, and it's normally in the evening, so like I can't do certain plans before then. I might not pass the first time, and I'll probably need to do it again for the next few months after that, or however long I take. But it's fun because it's going to be so worth it. Like, I literally remember like crying and being so frustrated about not being able to drive and stuff, and like I actually feel like I'm progressing for once, you know, and it feels really good. Like, definitely does. Even though when I mess up, it's kind of but it just feels very nice. Well, one day, those boring days, I can go out if I feel a bit bored, you know, which is good. I can go out and do things and say, I want to go to the beach right now. I can go to the beach, you know. Just put my windows up. So I'm gonna go. One day I'll drive off with this thing. One day. Oh, so the big thing I was going to tell you guys is that I went out with James's dad. A huge goal of mine. This is really showing that I'm improving my confidence. Hi everyone, so massive update. I've got a new driving instructor, which my friend says was really good, and I'm just about to see him in 5 minutes, not even 5 minutes now. And I'm really nervous because he might have some expectations of me or whatever. And I hate driving with new people and stuff, but it's fun. I'm not gonna get worked up about it. I'm really excited if he's like a good instructor. That'll be like so good, because I'm not gonna have another one. So everyone, today is the day. Oh, I'm such an emotional wreck. Today is my driving test day, and I've been waiting for this day for a really long time. I get picked up in 10 minutes, and I just want this so badly. A lot of people don't pass first time, and that's fine, but I want to. Now, I'm not going to put too much pressure on myself, that's the thing, because I feel like first time is a bit of an expectation that you need to pass first time. I'm just going to think that I'm doing a driving lesson, and that's part of my driving lesson, do you know what I mean? And that the only difference is he's literally just not going to talk to me. You know, I've been learning to drive for a year now, and I haven't done a driving test yet. Like, if he sort of says to me, and he sits down and he's like, you've passed. I know I'm so dramatic, but my parents don't drive. Like, it would be such a big deal for me. I'm not going to panic while I'm there. I'm going to think about what's going on in that very moment and not think about what's going to happen. I'm going to focus on the road ahead of me, look forward and try my best in that moment and not think about what's coming. And that's how I'm going to pass. So if I get too nervous, I will do something stupid and fail. Wish me luck, guys. Hi everyone. So, not very good news. I failed my driving test, and I wish it was a joke. I was planning to like joke for everyone. I was at a roundabout and I shouldn't have gone when I was supposed to. So a car was coming and I was going to go out and I shouldn't have. If not, I got 11 minors and I would have passed. 11 minors is a lot, don't get me wrong. So do you know what? I have been kind of down about it, but I'm going to book another test ASAP. And it's just about decision making. Like, I knew I shouldn't have gone then. But yeah, it does suck. Kind of in a crappy mood, but my boyfriend's coming around. My birthday's tomorrow, which obviously I failed the day for my birthday. Don't talk about it. I could kind of be giving my dad a lift right now, but it's fine. My test, this feels weird saying it because no one knows. My third test is on the 8th of March. We're gonna see what happens. Right now it's like what is it? I've got 11 days until my test. I didn't actually realise that. It actually makes me want to cry. I failed my second test for cutting or no, that was the first one. Second one was for being too hesitant at roundabouts. Literally every time I went up to a roundabout, I thought I was gonna fail because I was being way too hesitant. Like, I could easily go and I didn't. I know I can drive. This is the point. When I very first started this video, I could not drive. I didn't know the basics. I can drive so good now. It's actually, like, not to be cocky or anything, I am not hyping up this test as much as I've done with the other one. I was like, I'm gonna pass, there's no way I can't. So this time I'm giving myself no expectations. If I fail, I do it again. You know, I'll get a cancellation as soon as possible and I'll do it again. A lot of it is down to luck. Things can happen during the test, which is very unlucky, and you might fail. It depends on the route that you get. Someone might just come out of nowhere. This time, what has been different very much compared to the other ones is that I haven't fully taken in the fact I am doing my test very soon. It doesn't feel like I'm going to do my test soon. I really don't want to go back to bed, but I know I have to. I'm like, shoot, I need to do my sat nav. I need to really practice parking because I haven't done it a lot. My driving test is it's on Wednesday and right now it's Monday. 3 days? Yeah, 3 days. I'm watching YouTube videos currently for my test. Rather than looking back at this crying or I'm super happy. Don't know. It's March the 7th, so guess who has their test tomorrow? Me. And this actually feels weird saying it because no one knows. My dad knows that it is this week sometime. My neighbour who drives me knows that it's tomorrow, and my driving instructor. My boyfriend doesn't have a clue. No one at my college has a clue. There's nothing else I can really do. I do feel much more chill, even though I was panicking yesterday and I am worried about it. I'm not gonna lie, but I feel much more chill than the last other times because I'm not gonna put pressure on myself to pass. If I don't, then no one really knows about it apart from the important people. Everyone, I'm just gonna close my door. Today is the 27th of March. That is me. I just passed my driving test, but when I did find out that I passed, I cried. I've been out all day. I just can't believe it actually happened. The lady I got, I literally thought I failed, but I was so happy with the lady I got, and I think she's so lovely. Yeah, I fully thought I failed. Lucky I thought I failed for hesitation, but I only got 3 minors, which is actually crazy. But I've been out all day. I first started off with my dad, took him to Lee, took my mum to Lee, took Libby to Mackey's and Irene to Mackey's. And just driving by yourself is the weirdest feeling. When I drove to town by myself, I was so scared. And then I went by myself when I drove to town without him. It was a little bit scary, but it was I hope you all enjoyed that. I know it was literally crazy. There was so many ups, so many downs. And just to clarify, I'd done 4 driving tests. I didn't, towards the end I was lacking filming a little bit just because every time I failed my driving test I didn't exactly want to pick up my camera and be like, guys, I failed because of this, this and this. The first time I failed because I was at a roundabout and I pulled out when I shouldn't have. The second time I failed for hesitation at roundabouts because I was like way too careful about it. Third time there was a traffic light and I went through an amber light. She told me it was a red. I still think it was an amber light, but whatever. But I was meant to definitely pass the first time. She was definitely really sad that I didn't. And then the fourth time I passed with 3 minors. It did take me a lot, you know, we had a few tears, there was so much stress. There was definitely points I felt like I wasn't going to be able to do it, that it just wasn't possible. But it's such a rewarding feeling. I've been driving for like 5 months now, or 4 months, and I'm still, sometimes when I get tired or like I'm feeling a bit like sick of driving, I always remind myself how grateful I should be, because my whole life I haven't really had this privilege of driving around everywhere, and it is definitely such a surreal feeling. And I will never forget that moment with my dad, which I didn't say about the day I passed. My driving instructor, he took a photo of me down my road and then parked up here. My dad was waiting outside the window really anxious because he knew I had my driving test, even though he wasn't supposed to know. I had my driving certificate, smashed it on the window, and he felt so emotional. Like, I don't want to say it, but he did nearly cry, even though he won't admit it. Making him so proud was such an achievement for me, and I do give him lifts now to work whenever I can, if I'm out sometimes, because I am out quite a lot. I can't, but I do try as much as I can. But yeah, it's just such an achievement, and I'm so proud of myself. So if you are feeling down in the dumps and feel like you're not going to get there, you will. Whether it takes you 1 year, whether it takes you 2 years, whether it takes you 3, I promise you will get there. And the feeling after, and you getting to drive after, it's just, there's nothing else like it. But yeah, hope you all enjoyed this video. Please give this video a thumbs up. This took ages to make and edit, so I hope you appreciate this video, and I will see you all in my next video. More coming soon. My next one, I feel like my next video is going to definitely be my uni moving in vlog. But yeah, obviously I'm going to do a shopping for uni. If you got any other video ideas, let me know.